Assalamu alaikum. Students, in this lecture, we will do question number 2 of stoichiometric calculations involving concentration. So, in question number 2, what volume in centimeter cube? What volume of 0.1 mole per dm cube copper sulfate? So, copper sulfate solution is required to react completely with a solution containing 0.0250 mole of sodium hydroxide. So, students, we have to find volume of copper sulfate solution. This one we have to find. What we have the concentration. We have the concentration of copper sulfate solution. So in mole per dm cube. So concentration of copper sulfate solution in mole per dm cube. Moles of copper sulfate divided by volume of solution of copper sulfate in dm cubes. So students, concentration we have, so volume will come here, volume of copper sulfate solution, moles of copper sulfate. This will multiply here and this will come here. Concentration of copper sulfate. Okay, students. So concentration, we have the concentration of copper sulfate 0.1. We need the moles of copper sulfate. So if we will get the moles of copper sulfate, we will put the moles here. We'll divide with concentration, which is given here. We will get the volume of copper sulfate. So we have to find the moles of copper sulfate. We have to find the moles of copper sulfate. Also we have moles of sodium hydroxide. So students, we have moles of sodium hydroxide and we have to find the moles of copper sulfate by using method of stoichiometric calculations, which we already studied. So according to given balanced equation, 1 mole of copper sulfate require 2 moles of sodium hydroxide for complete reaction. We have 0.0250 moles of sodium hydroxide and we have to find the moles of copper sulfate. So we will use the same method, cross multiplication, because we need copper sulfate in moles, so all units should be in mole, which is already in moles. So 0.0250 and 2 multiplied by x. So x, which is number of moles of copper sulfate, will become equal to 0.0125 mole. So here we have moles of copper sulfate. So we got the moles of copper sulfate. So we will put the moles of copper sulfate here and concentration here. We will get the volume of copper sulfate in dm cubes. So 0.0125. Concentration of copper sulfate, we have 0.1 and the answer is 0.125 dm cubes. Students, but we need the volume in centimeter cube. So multiply by 1000. You will get the answer in centimeter cube. So it is 125 centimeter cube. So the required volume of copper sulfate is 125 centimeter cubes. Assalamu alaikum.